you. Hello. I am going to tell you about the time I quit law school. Yes. It was 2018 at Penn Law School. Orientation day. Everyone is in suits. Everyone has a little leather briefcase. And everyone will say they're excited to be there, but is really just eyeing up the competition. So the dean, in very Grey's Anatomy style, says, "A third of you will not graduate from this institution. You will work hard, but not all of you will make it." And so I channel the monster within. I did this thing where, full confessional, I wrote multiple types of notes, and each set would have a different thing wrong. And so I would target students who missed lecture, and I said, "Hey, you want some notes?" And I'd slide it in, and it would be subtle. Like one case would be just a little off. Instead of, Miranda versus Texas, it'd be Miranda versus Nevada. And I get chills even thinking about it. I'd look at the syllabus and I would see what books from the library would be required for, future briefs or memorandum we would write. So I would steal the book and I would do it early so no one would know. But then I would steal the book and I would pay whatever amount was due. And so when we had to write a memorandum on, I don't know. It's clearly been a while since I've been in law school. So on whatever, no one could access it but me. And it felt good. But then, fast forward a year, I have a meeting with my advisor, and she says, "Sarah, I don't know how to ask you this, but I need to ask you this." And she looks at me with tears in her eyes, and she says, "Are you running from something?" And I don't know how you would answer that question, but I said, "Dr. McCown, I just made law review. I am at the top of my class. I am making different sets of notes for different people. I am not running from something. I am what people run from." Nevertheless, it stuck with me. And then I thought about it, and I remembered that every night at 3:30 in the morning, I was awake, lights off, my roommate was sleeping, and I was writing poetry. I was writing poetry about how the loneliest whale sings the loudest song, and I was writing about why my brother was sick and other people's brothers were healthy. I wrote this every night at 3:30. And I thought maybe I am running from something. But nevertheless, I fought, I persisted, I had multiple internships, and then a year later, my brother dies. I call my advisor the same day. I say, "Dr. McCown, I want to specialize in meta justice. I want to do an independent study about the Reconciliation Commission led by Desmond Tutu in South Africa to reconcile apartheid. I want to specialize in forgiveness. I want to know why justice and love are opposing forces, why love cannot be equitable, and why life cannot be equitable, and how justice can exist when my brother is dead." I took a leave of absence from law school. The pandemic came and went, and I still haven't gone back. I've realized, I think about often when the dean said that a third of you will not graduate. I feel shame in thinking that I am that third. But I realize that I have time. Life is not a race. Therefore, I do not need to run. And right now, pages of my criminal law books are sharpied and hanging on my wall as blackout poetry. I'm studying philosophy. And that admissions folder from that orientation day, it's collecting dust under my bed. Thank you.